Good morning, everyone. Kansas Sports HQ here. Season 2, episode 66. It's Tuesday. How are you guys?
Tuesday. Better than I deserve.
Taco Tuesday.
UK LeBron.
Yeah. Hey.
That's not your favorite.
I'm good with Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesday, I mean, El Mexico. Oh, I can only eat 2 of those.
At El Mexico last weekend. Delicious as always.
Yeah.
Well, so you remember that?
them in the Wichita Best.
I did vote for them.
You know
Those
that
are our people, so we got to vote
And
for
River
them.
City
Yeah.
Cigar.
River City Cigar, vote for them. People of Wichita, go vote for El Mexico and River City Cigar.
have you driven by that old sticky chicken place at Kellogg and Tyler? There's a new Mexican burrito place. It's literally,
That's been there for a while. It's been
well, you just licking your
No,
chops on that.
that's
Have we
my
tried? We haven't tried that yet. I don't know. I saw that they had like $1.29.
We were going to try and order it
tacos.
one night last winter when we were working, and they closed at like 10 o'clock.
I thought that was Dan's.
No. Seemed
that-
like
Yeah.
Of course.
I didn't realize that we
Not
tried
last
that. I
winter.
don't. No, because that hasn't been there since last winter.
Yeah, it has. It's been there for over a year.
The burrito place.
Kellogg and Tyler.
It's been there a long time.
The sticky chickens went out of business.
That went
last
out of business like 2 months after it started, and then the burrito place moved right in. And I remember
And if
because me
there's
and
one thing
Baca,
that can survive in a Wichita.
me and
Yeah,
Baca
yeah.
were talking about it at our first league meeting last year because he went by there to get food before he came to this,
Oh, okay.
which would have been around this time last year, so it was already open.
Well, I know they have specials on there, carne asada.
Looks
and
good.
their pastors. So
That's,
might have to just try
that's right there by like Scooter's side pocket.
yeah, over there, that Nola's Pizza across the street from
Nola's
Tuta's.
Pizza. Is it good? I think
Nola's is really good.
I've seen our guy Jack Stacks talk about Nola's Pizza.
Yeah,
Bro, Nola's Pizza's so fire.
Is it? I've
It
never.
is.
It's expensive.
it's expensive, but it's good.
It's
What
worth
kind is
it.
it? Like the wood fired thing? Or?
I really
No,
don't.
It's
they
just-
just
Nola's
have
is
cool
just Nola.
combos.
It's just good.
Yeah, it's really just good. Low key. It's
But here we're talking about pizza, and this week we get to go try
Stoners.
Is that tomorrow?
Pizza.
I gotta talk to him about that. I swung by yesterday to talk to him, and the corporate lady's in there trying to get all the technology stuff set up, and he was pretty distracted, so I left.
We have our own technology. We don't need his.
Right. But they're gonna.
pizza.
I think they're gonna start trying to make pizzas today and look at some of that stuff. I don't know if it's Wednesday, but I know the lady that's from corporate is here till Saturday, so. I told Jesse just to let me know when we can come down. No podcast equipment while corporate's in town.
Never
But
mind. We're not going then.
we're not going until we can take the
Well, I want to
equipment.
do a live show there tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I mean we would have to talk to Kathleen that is there, and I don't know if she would do that.
Who owns?
Jesse, do you own this place or does Kathleen own this place? Okay, can we
Oh,
come into the
no.
lobby and do a show, or what's the deal?
He actually turned us on at the pizza joint right now, and she's listening. Hello,
I'll do it outside
Hello,
his front.
Kathleen.
I'll do it at his front door. Then we'll just sit outside. Can she kick us off of that? You
Is that technically
bureaucrat?
Is that technically loitering?
It would. I mean,
I
in the
don't know. If
front,
you're
it's a public sidewalk, so I
It
don't
is
know.
because it's downtown.
Yeah.
So this is Kansas Sports HQ on the
live
we just
on the street.
We just won't have our mobile set up until tomorrow.
That's okay.
Yeah. So
We got a new charging block right here.
We just sit out.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll be
they-
fine.
that
We
would
need one
require me to
plug-in.
take all of this.
I would. I
It's all
feel
right.
like that would draw people in the door when they see someone.
100%.
podcast
We'll have an
set up
open mic
outside.
session
Set-
out front.
set
Hey,
up-
what do you
set
think
up a
about
table.
Stoner's Pizza? And then they just
What
say
is
something.
Stoner's Pizza? Never had it.
It's all about the
It's
marinara.
right there.
Exactly.
Wait a second. I did see him wearing a shirt that said, "Hey, let's get baked."
Oh, okay. A little play on words.
Yeah,
there.
I mean,
Sean, do some
technically,
spirit fingers.
technically
Get
that's
your camera back. No, your camera, not Naj's.
I got it.
Oh.
Well,
But anyways, so that's happening. Still in some talks about Friday. I got the green light from one school. The other has to talk to the coach. Their AD is interested. They just don't want any like in-game sideline stuff. So
Sure. No.
the only thing is there that they would be
Merrick
open
throws
to
a pick. Hey, what's up, man? What do you think about that? Sure.
pregame,
Like the XFL did.
halftime, post.
Remember when they would run up to players?
That's what they're discussing. But life prep side, He said, "Yes, please."
Life Prep is a zoo, man. They don't care.
Yeah,
they want it to be
he
wild.
said-
They want it to be crazy. They want no control.
I talked to Troyer.
We
And he was
thrive
like,
in chaos.
He was
'Cause
like,
what
"I
is
love it.
life?
How are you going to do that?" I'm
Chaos.
like,
And what does Life Prep do? Prepare you for life.
every phone that we have will plug in and look like this, and then you just have to, log in and do your thing for that. It wouldn't be too terrible.
Can we get these? Like, is there a way that we could still put a couple of these up to see the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we should do that because that'd be cool. Like even if we had them on a pod or like a tripod, or we were talking about putting them on the goalpost.
Distance.
Well, Notch has a tripod.
Distance
I do have a
wise,
tripod.
Yes.
distance wise, that might be the challenge with USB cables to power them. But through
I
the
got a couple big battery packs.
through the Ozbot system, all I have to do is have like a 3 thing that plugs in, or 4, and then I can run it for 1.
We wouldn't need all 4 of them, but if we had like at least one covering, so people, like when we're talking, you could at least kind of see the game. Do you think?
Yeah.
What if we put one up top?
How would I get it there? I couldn't get through Wi-Fi. It has to be hardwired.
Oh no, I get it. You go put your computer up there. It's just like another person entering the pod.
Sure.
You put that up top in the press box and then put it down so you can see the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that even with an iPad.
That's what I mean. So
Just
that way,
log in
like
and
if
press
we're
go.
running around with our phones and we're all in the same studio, that at least is up there showing the game.
Yeah, I mean, you could run that, and I would need my computer to be able to change layouts for people to see.
That would be cool.
But outside of that, I mean, sure, you can run up to 10 cameras in this setup without an issue.
Yeah.
It's just having the proper Wi-Fi connection.
So this is what I'm thinking. 2 on side of the goalpost, each side, 4
Yeah,
on the
but see,
side.
you can't do
that.
the. It's too far.
I'm just playing, dog. Yeah, we can't do that. That's
You have to have a cable running from these. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking like up in the press box, if you put 1 in the middle, 2 looking at each end zone, something along those lines.
So like, what if you do it where
Really,
it's,
1 probably covers the whole field, but
Yeah, I was gonna say you could do like one at the top in the middle of the press box.
man, the
and
242 would be live on this thing, bro. They'd be
100%.
the whole island's
No,
streaming this.
And then you could go like into the grandstand. You could go like one corner and then one corner, and that way it's still technically on one line, and it's not spaced
Yeah.
out.
But it's just you got to be able to connect this to his stuff.
Yeah,
If it's the small cameras,
yeah.
but if you have an iPad that's fully charged and we can run it, we can just log into the studio from each iPad.
And use the iPad camera? I don't know.
Because that would allow us to zoom
Behind the scenes.
however we want to. I mean, this would be
Producing.
great if we were able to just go,
That's what I mean.
but then you wouldn't have anything at the ends because we don't have long enough cables.
It definitely seems like an off-camera conversation.
No, this is
This is behind the scenes, like
we're on camera.
we're actually talking about how we can set up to go do fun events for people. And
All right, folks, comment. How should we so we can involve
until
you?
somebody actually gets on it, we can talk about whatever we want on here. It
We got
doesn't
2 people
matter.
on here.
the other,
No,
go
the
ahead.
other
I want y'all to
comment-
know there's
what do you-
always
what do
people
you-
watching us. I want y'all to know
the
that.
other
What do you
side of
think
it
we should
is
do?
is
And
we
how
have
should we set up?
you have the Mevos, so therefore the Mevo can connect to a
Yeah, that would
hotspot,
be
and
nice.
the Mevo could set up, and then they would just be in the stream.
That would be cool. You could do the Mevos that way, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, then you could just figure out how to do something. I mean, you could technically, if you had a Mevo and an iPad that were on the goalpost, you could look both ways.
Shoot.
But that would require a hotspot on one end, on each end, and then
We got them.
We
Haven't
them. It's
canceled
just-
them yet.
Yeah, so being able
I'm
to
going to if we don't do this on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's your guys' last chance to keep them.
Yeah, so I should hear back from Sunrise's AD later today when he talks to the head coach.
So like, if he says no, can we literally just stay on the Life Prep side and do it? Is that like frowned upon?
I mean, I think the thing that would cross the line is Sunrise is the one hosting the event,
Okay.
so they
But
made sure all of this
what
could
are-
happen.
What if we are the Life Prep newscast?
I don't necessarily know. I don't want to burn any bridges.
Hey. I'm an adult now. I have to remember that the things of the past cannot affect the future.
It'll be fun.
Davis,
Yeah.
make it happen.
Make it happen.
No.
But I think, for us, if we had our camera, like if we're able to do this and walk around with our headset and our microphones, you can easily just do that and be fine.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
I just think it'd be cool if you get the field, you point it towards the end zones, because obviously that's where scoring is going to happen.
We hope.
Yeah. So you have those kind of covered, and then when we want to do something,
If you had one of those little wands that you just
hold your phone with it.
Yeah, and then hey man, how's it going?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
All I got to do is go to Five Below. They're $3. They're the wands.
Oh, my tripod can do that too.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Our gimbal is gone. Yeah. After that thing got smoked by a baseball. No, not really.
Yeah, we've had some of that happen.
Yeah. Hey man, don't smoke this with a baseball. Next throw. Anyways, Sean, you said we wanted to talk about life today. What's some topics you want to cover?
Somebody's coming upstairs.
Who is it?
I don't know.
You can see them?
I saw them.
UPS?
No.
FedEx?
No.
There are a lot of deliveries coming.
Keep going.
Those are the only two that we really get. DHL, maybe? Open the door and scare them, Sean. Hey, we saw you before you saw us.
Well, this Sean door break is brought to you by rain.
Not just seeing things.
Yeah. Nah.
All right. What'd you see?
I don't know, bro. He came in through the garage door and he walked up under there. I don't know where he went.
Oh, there's somebody here then?
Oh, maybe they're working out.
Oh,
no, nice. I don't think this guy's trying to work out.
Okay. Yeah, maybe not.
He's here to steal my keys.
Oh, he's here.
Did he look like a cowboy from the Outback? Because that's who has Sean's keys.
He does.
Is he still down there?
I can't.
It's all right now.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
I'll make it.
Oh, somebody yelled, actually. All right, go down there now.
He's going to steal some from me. He's probably not yelling.
Maybe he's coming to sign up. There was one coming. Just came early. Who knows?
Where's this guy at front door?
No, well, he should be now.
He's not at the front door.
He's inside.
No, he's in the gym. Stay tuned as we investigate this intruder who broke in through our back door.
That's wide open.
That is wide open.
There's a guy looking up here right now. He's like, what are you guys doing?
It'll be all right.
Oh,
yeah, Friday should be fun.
Shaking a piece of paper at Sean.
Oh.
Friday will be cool if they give us the green light to do.
Yeah, I think being able to get out there and have some fun with that would be a cool Friday night experience.
Are we going to do predictions on Thursday?
Yeah, we got to. Well, I hope that if we can get the green light, then we want to be able to do a little homework on the teams. You know what I mean? Like kind of put together some who's who.
Kids Corner,
playing.
Kids Corner.
Let's be able to, maybe we reach out. The one thing that I was thinking about, because I was trying to get somebody on the pod this week, something that's going to be a challenge for us this year is the new high school rule. Nobody can have their phones. So, they literally can't have their phones at school.
Bums.
So, I don't know how we're going to get any guests on during our time frames.
True.
So. Nice.
Actually?
No.
Oh.
Dang it. What'd you get? Oh, they were lost. Tell us about the experience of the stranger downstairs.
We saw him looking upstairs and shaking a paper at you.
He was just wondering where the people next door are.
Oh.
And I was like, working.
Yeah.
James has him working.
Was it FedEx?
No.
UPS?
Just some guy.
Oh.
It's probably a truck driver wanting to deliver something big.
Can be
Yeah,
true.
he just asked what time they be. I was like, I don't know. They come in the morning around 7.
Maybe 7.
Maybe check that phone number on that building. Give him a call, brother.
Give him a shout.
And then come back later whenever they're done working.
Did he end up saying, what do you guys do here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time. Always happens. They come in and see all the turf and they're like, what?
What is this?
Yeah. What do you do here?
I'll
kill people.
All right, Sean, it rolls back to you.
Who said that?
Said you want to talk about some life stuff.
That'd throw him off, wouldn't
it?
Shout out to injuries for having the most rebounds.
dude.
Did
I
you see
saw
that?
that.
Didn't he get kicked out of the game? Like, what
Oh
happened?
yes,
Well,
Ennis
so-
got kicked out of the
So,
game. He
so
did.
wait. If we're going to talk
Ennis
about that,
Freedom
hold on.
Cantor.
The WNBA released a statement that those two men are no longer able to be drafted in the
Even though
WNBA.
they're identifying as women.
Correct. And then on top of that, Angel Reese has the most rebounds ever in a season, and 80% of them are rebounds.
Not 80%.
I bet they are.
I'd say 90.
100.
Is that like an actual statistic though?
No,
What?
we did. We looked it up last
Yeah.
time, and we got shadow banned on TikTok when we posted that clip.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, if they adopted that as like an actual statistic,
I don't
What, me bounce?
A
Yeah.
rebound?
But
No, it's
it was
not a
it was
thing.
something like 31% of her rebounds were rebounds.
Came off
which is
of
nuts.
her.
Yeah, it came
misses.
off of her misses. That's 31%. It's
Like, I promise you,
bro.
3 out
I
of
could
every
fu-
10.
I want you to know, I
on
could go
average.
to Northwest, East, Heights, and find at least 7 girls better than Angel Reese. At least.
But this dude doesn't think that the boys will beat him.
Also,
She was not on the defending champs team. I'm just saying.
after yesterday's release, DeQuan has to
Right.
pass waivers to play college football in Louisiana. The Big Ten has announced a ban for any player that has signed and trained with the NFL to
Big
come back
Ten,
to
man.
school. The Big Ten says
So
no.
the conference can do that, huh?
Well, the conferences have all the power now. Ever since the NCAA lost all their power when NIL became a thing,
Mhm.
so the conferences are the ones driving up funds and doing, signing these big contract sponsors and everything. Like the conferences, the commissioner of each conference has all the power, and then they pretty much make the decisions for the playoff, all this stuff, and it's really all the power is with Petiti in the Big Ten and Sankey in the SEC. They kind of have the most power in college sports right now. The conference
actual
football
conference.
commissioners, yeah. So
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
wild.
and the SEC,
So, I mean, in that example, like, dude's just like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna go to the SEC.
well, I think it's making a statement. So when you have these two commissioners of these two powerful leagues, because the Big 12 and the ACC are also considered Power 4, but they're obviously not to the same level
Sure.
as the Big 10 and the SEC, especially in football, because you just don't have the brand power in those two other
Right,
leagues,
right.
right? So, or the numbers.
All the money.
So, yeah, the richest, most powerful leagues are these two, and they are continually battling against each other. Okay, so if SEC says something, Big Ten's not going to agree. They're going to go their other way because each of them want
they want to separate.
Yeah, they want to be the most powerful league. SEC's talked about breaking off from the other 3 conferences and starting just their own league.
Mhm.
And then obviously in that they would try to take other schools with them with that and just start their own thing for football, and Big Ten, there's been a ton of theories and thrown around like that. So something like this, where the SEC is allowing this to happen, Big Ten's making a statement by saying, no, we're not allowing NFL, like people who are signed to an NFL contract to come back and play for us because we're the moral, upstanding rightness. Which is just not true. All they give a crap about is money. They don't give a crap about the student or the
Mhm.
welfare of the
I mean,
students.
they
but
need to just kick the team out of the Big Ten, and they'd be fine.
they're never going to do that, pal.
Nah, there's too much money in
Yeah.
that.
Too much money in Michigan is what Dave was saying.
I just think that you do that, and I get it. Like, you're gonna take your stand, but then that just means that every week, and I don't know what you call them, X kind of professional. I mean,
Well, look,
whatever.
and-
They're
and
just
I
going to
mean,
go to the other conference.
At the end
Like,
of the
what-
day, this guy was like, he played college last year and he had a good year. It was like 600, 700, maybe 600 receiving yards. I
Sure.
don't know.
Yeah.
For Ole Miss.
Sure.
So he played for Lane Kiffin. That's why he's going to go to LSU. He already knows the dude. And yes, he's another year older. Yes, he's been in an NFL training camp, but is it going to be that big of a difference? Because he wasn't good enough to get drafted in the first place. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I mean, he gets another shot at it, which is also weird. Is you get multiple shots at getting drafted. I think competition-wise, I think a lot of, like,
Let me ask you a
I
question.
don't know, it could elevate some of those those non-SEC Big Ten
100%,
schools,
yeah.
or at least guys from like schools from the bottom half of those conferences.
100%.
But like, if you put a guy like him on an LSU who's already got a really stacked roster,
Correct.
and now you insert him into a competition with other tight ends when you're a week away from the season starting, I don't know. Like, I don't think the other players will really like it very much. But
They may not.
We're holding a spot for him.
well,
And
it's
he's
just
gonna have
I
a
don't know.
scholarship
To
if
me,
he
it's
doesn't make the
yeah,
roster.
it's a little. I think it causes some chemistry problems. But at the end of the day, if you go out and do your job, you can not get along as much as you want to off the field. If you go and do your job on the field, it really doesn't
Especially in football.
Yeah.
Football's kind of a sport where there's 100 guys on this team, and some of them never talk to each other once.
Yeah, well, and football is definitely like, okay, we have the most talent. We're probably going to find a way to win.
Right.
It's a lot harder to lose in football when you don't have more talent.
My point is taking this stand, okay, I just don't know how there's any benefit to it long term, or there's a positive outcome other than just saying we're not going to do it.
It's a PR move.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a
exactly.
PR move
But-
against the SEC to make the SEC look bad. That's what it
And the
is.
SEC
Because
is
once
gonna
again,
go,
this is what it is.
We'll take
Wait.
that pro guy.
But this tight end going to be an undrafted free agent is a move because of the 5-5.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, so now that they've revisited that, giving one more year to those 2022 grads, this creates the toilet bowl of fallout, or the roundabout way of looking at things, because he was part of the 5-5, was told he didn't have any more eligibility, went undrafted, got on a roster, and now he is able to go back after he was signed to the NFL roster. What do you look like there? I mean, how is that? Tell me your thoughts. Like, you're told you're done, so you go find a job. Then you're told you can go back for your last year of eligibility, but you already went out to find a job. Now you didn't get that job.
Probably try to land on a practice squad, or you trying to make it.
Did he finish all his classes?
I have no idea.
That's a great question.
Did he take any classes?
That's another great question.
highly unlikely.
But you understand what I'm saying.
He was
there,
at
like,
Ole
'cause
Miss.
He had already
led by Lane
signed to an
Kiffin.
undrafted free agent opportunity to try out. And then they said, oh, all 2022 grads can have one more year.
Yeah, but I know. It's just like, okay, so if I were to compare that to something in my life where, I make the choice to go to school, and then I'm, maybe could have gone back another year. I didn't. They wouldn't have wanted me probably. Not a lot of benefit for them if I came back. So I'm done with school. I'm gonna have to, start paying. I chose to rack up all this debt, and then, in the last presidency, that whole thing with Biden saying he would forgive this much student debt. So there's a choice there that I can make. I can either sign up for the program and take that, but who's paying for that student debt? The taxpayer. I wouldn't have felt right about having taxpayer pay for my student debt. So there's my decision that I think morally I didn't want to do that. Okay, I'll pay for the debt that I chose to accumulate over the last however many years. Okay. Even though I have the opportunity, kind of like a free pass all of a sudden, to try and forgive it, which it didn't go through anyway, so it didn't matter. But
you tried.
right, but I didn't try to do it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't try
You
to
don't have to. Just don't pay it.
Okay, here we
That's
go
how
again.
that's how student loans.
Here we go again.
You just never pay
Hey,
it.
the guy who doesn't have any students.
I don't either.
And
Just don't
so
pay them, and then they just
go
disappear.
away. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I heard.
that's not what the conversation's about. So now this guy who was done with school and didn't apparently have the opportunity. He played 4 years, all right? He played
Sure.
2 years at Virginia Tech, 2 years at Ole Miss. He played 4 years. He was on the field, used eligibility for 4 years. He goes to the NFL, doesn't get drafted. He didn't make the team. Guess what? Failure. All right, let's go back to school again.
Because I can. I have one more year of
Because
eligibility.
yes, by the rules, you do.
Yeah.
But now you've already experienced this pro influence, and now you're going to go join a locker room of 18, 19, 20-year-olds. There's probably some
the only program that I would.
So you have a
say-
choice.
yeah.
You have a choice here, and he does. And now that and Louisiana's allowing, like the state of Louisiana is allowing this because they love their football.
They want them.
Yeah, they want
They don't care.
all the NFL talent they could bring in.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And so they have he has the opportunity to go back and compete at a lower level again, or try to continue to succeed at the higher level.
Mm-hmm.
So because
There's an easier route there, and there's a harder route.
Sure.
And now at 22 years old, you're at a crossroads in your life. You have to make the decision.
So I have a
he's probably
question.
going to try and get paid by LSU some too.
Yeah. By the way this happened or how it works, what does that look like from a baseball perspective? Like, Sean, you're a high schooler, you get drafted out of high school, but you choose to go to college.
Sure.
Okay, can you be redrafted by another team when you declare that you're ready to go to the MLB?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to know the difference?
Yeah, I mean,
Very-
of course.
it's very the difference is very black and white.
Pro. He never went pro. He got drafted. He got the call. They're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, we want to draft you." Oh, thanks. I'm going to school.
All right. So
that decision was made.
Right.
Okay.
Because, well, like they can offer you like an above slot bonus depending on where they drafted you at to try and lure you into, and some kids who were completely planning on going to school get the above slot signing bonus for their draft spot, because in the 9th or 10th round, when this kid probably would have went the 3rd or 4th round, depending on his talent, but he fell because he was committed and was like hardcore committed. Somebody's like, well, let's use this 9th or 10th, 11th round pick on him, give an above slot bonus, give him $200K instead of the slot bonus at that point, which I don't really know what the number is. Maybe it's $90K. I don't really know, but it keeps going down in the draft. But you have opportunities to offer that higher bonus to him if you want to try and lure him away from college, and and there's many kids who choose not to, and they go to college, and so they never step foot on a pro field. But who knows? I mean,
yeah,
he might come back and barely even play this year. Like,
I just wonder if they're going to change the.
What if he goes off and then he gets drafted in the top 5? There's always the what if.
Yeah, I just wonder if they're going to change the. I mean, I guess it'd technically be eligibility rules on that side of it. Like, like if guys declare for the draft, because I think it's different in every sport, right? So like you have baseball, obviously you can go out of high school, but then you have to go to college for, is it 2 years? Or is that?
No, if you go to a 4-year school, you have to be there for 3. If you go to a JUCO, you could be drafted after 2.
I think you can be drafted after 1 if you go to a JUCO. I don't think you have to stay for 2.
I thought it was 2.
No, that's 1.
I think it's 1 in JUCO. But then if you go to a 4-year school, it's 3. So then you have basketball, where I think basketball is just 1 year.
Yeah, you gotta go
Right.
to college, 1 and done.
Yeah, you can 1 and done in basketball. And then football, I think, is 3.
3.
So it's like, if they're going to streamline the eligibility 5 for 5, like I kind of feel like that's probably the next thing that happens, is you're going to have to streamline that in some capacity, because why is that different in the first place? I guess I'm sure there's reasoning behind it. I don't know what it is, but so I'm sure there's something there. But then outside of that, that's where this kind of can of worms, I think, opens up, because then if you're a football guy, you get drafted your junior year, into junior year, going into senior year, you go just like this guy didn't like it, didn't work out, whatever it was, you come back, right? That's going to open up that can of worms there. Baseball, kind of the same thing. Like you go out of high school, didn't like it, go back to JUCO, got drafted again, didn't like it, come back, go to a 4-year, didn't like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I don't know what the ruling on some of that stuff's going to be. I mean, I'm sure these are a little outlandish in the sense of possibilities, but if I know anything about kids and rules, all they're going to do is try to work around them and bend them and make it to where they go into their advantage some way, somehow.
Well, and all these kids they don't necessarily have, I mean, they have some sort of agent, but a lot of times they have their parents handling stuff, or high school coach handling
stuff. You can now
stuff.
be drafted 3 different times.
Yeah, or something like that. And these,
well, it's money.
and
it just
well,
boils down to
yeah,
that.
and these advisors of some sort are going to push them.
They want money.
They want a piece of the they're going
make
to
a
push
bigger
them.
deal.
Yeah, they're going to push them to make these decisions because they don't always have the best camps.
We're on the
around.
way down to Arizona for our rookie camp, but if LSU calls and offers a bigger deal, then we're going to back out of rookie camp and we're going to go back to college.
If you can make $2.3 million.
Or if you can beat my what my undrafted rookie contract would be, or if you can beat my practice squad salary, I'm going to come to you. Because this guy probably, I mean, he got waived, but their practice squads haven't been made yet. He could have got called and got set up on another practice squad 100%. Like that.
I mean, he has to clear waivers, and that's 31 other teams.
But then LSU might be already
if he got cut
ear.
by the Browns.
Is that even considered tampering at that point? Can LSU just call
tampering's not a thing anymore. Dude, there was a whole thing
I remember that.
Yeah, this past January. So the new you can look it up that Dabo Swinney on Clemson brought it to the press because he was so fed up with it because one of the transfer portal had closed. One of his players fully enrolled into classes, everything late January, and the Ole Miss coach, so not Lane Kiffin anymore, the guy replacing Pete Golding, kept texting this dude. He was what's going to take? What offers? What's it going to take that you can come into me? What's it going to take? What's it going to take? And Dabo Swinney brought it to the press. Nothing's been done because the NCAA doesn't have any power. Because what would happen if the NCAA got involved and then Clemson tries to push that? If this kid does end up transferring, or if he doesn't, either or, and they want to get Ole Miss sanctions for tampering, because what would happen was then some judge would just make an injunction and it would be fine. Basically how it works now. Yeah. So the NCAA has zero power when they went from having way too much power to having zero power whatsoever. And there's a power vacuum that got filled by these judges and conferences. And all they care about is their school and their conference winning, basically, and the money that comes with that. And then somehow Iowa gets punished for this stuff, because Iowa's just on it, they get
honesty.
And then they get punished for
how this goes to judges is just
Iowa got.
How does that happen?
Iowa decided to.
How does the NCAA go to that? I don't even get.
They said all Iowa did was send a text message in the wrong window, or maybe a few text messages in the wrong window of time. Mm-hmm. They self-reported, and what ended up happening is they lost 4 wins from their 2023 season, where they won 10 wins. So now Iowa State gets to say that they haven't lost to us since 2021.
So what if Iowa goes to a judge in Iowa and says, "Look at this"?
I don't know.
It was it says this was an honest mistake. I got my windows confused.
How does the NCAA?
I wrote down.
How does the NCAA not have the say all end all when it comes to that type of stuff?
But yeah, this is the thing. It's the rules for thee and not for me. Some big time SEC school doesn't get nothing, and then Iowa self-reports themselves for getting one of the worst quarterbacks ever to come into town, and then we lose 4 wins over it for 3 seasons ago, and so now
So y'all snitched on yourselves, and lost again,
and lost.
Instead of all the games that quarterback started for us, we ended up getting stripped away.
Yeah.
I just don't understand how it goes to a judge of a district and city politics and state politics.
Then they get to make the decision. Then that has to be used as precedent. So it's a sweeping.
I just don't understand how it even gets to that.
The guy making the decision.
How does the NCAA?
Because these antitrust lawsuits that happens, the NCAA is so scared of it. That's how Pavia got another year. That's how that Ole Miss quarterback.
So they're suing the NCAA.
Yes, they do this antitrust lawsuit, and then the judges grant them an injunction because that lawsuit, of course, would take time to actually happen. So then the judge grants the injunction to push it off. So then they're eligible.
You know how many times
I don't know if that's exactly the way it works, but somewhere along the line.
Yeah. You know how many times the NCAA has been sued in the past 7 years? That's why they don't
Google. I bet it's insane.
But it's more than anybody can think of, and that's they're scared. They don't want to deal with that anymore, so they just kind of give all the power to the conference and their commissioners. So now they're just y'all just playing the NCAA rules. We just made the rules at this point. That's all it is. At this point, they just made the rules.
Would be so black and white that it's
No, and I don't even mean the rules for I mean the rules for the sports.
No, I know.
Not even
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Eligibility
like
rules.
eligibility, conference stuff. Like you would think it would be.
All right, here's your answer. The NCAA has faced over 100 lawsuits in the recent years, with a sharp surge of at least 82 major antitrust and eligibility lawsuits filed in the most recent 2-year span.
Weird.
Define antitrust for me. What
The
is that
organization
exactly?
has faced constant legal pressure regarding name, image, and likeness, compensation rules, transfer restrictions, and compensation caps.
See,
So if you don't let me do this, then it's going to hurt my image, and if it hurts my image, then I'm going to sue you for those losses.
Which then leads to eligibility challenges. Dozens of athletes have filed individual or class action lawsuits seeking extra years of competition or challenging the 4-year rule. And then they track the data. And then, if you'd like a breakdown of landmark antitrust cases, we can
so
do
you have
that.
somebody like your Pavia who wants another year.
He might get another year again.
I know, but he wants another year, and then they go to him and say, "Listen, if you don't let us have this, then we're going to sue you for what we believe."
He's already got, like, that's how he got his lawsuit. He's already got an antitrust lawsuit against him right now.
Like what we believe we're going to make in this year if we're playing, because you guys are saying we can't play, and we think we should be able to.
Well, because he's like, you shouldn't count my JUCO years.
why not?
That's his
Oh
argument.
yeah, because they don't count those anymore.
No,
That's
they
just
do.
5 for
They do?
Yeah. That's part of your 5.
Oh,
here's the thing.
They were going to maybe not, but then that didn't pass.
Oh, okay.
Pavia obviously didn't go drafted. He signed a free agent deal with the Ravens. The Ravens waived him July 23rd ahead of training camp. He cleared all the waivers. Technically, if he wanted to go back to school, he'd have to be in the SEC or play in Louisiana where it's allowed.
Go sell LSU.
Because he is not on an
Louisiana
NFL
Lafayette.
team.
I mean,
could you imagine this happening
in
one weekend before your first game? You just got Diego Pavia coming into campus. Oh, the team would be like, you got.
Yeah.
This guy's shorter than
So
Kyler Murray.
Antitrust refers to laws and government actions that promote fair business competition and prevent companies from forming monopolies.
That's what it is. Basically, they're just arguing with the governing power, saying, "You're not letting me do what I want to do." And now, because of NIL, I have numbers that are essentially a floor that I know that I am worth this, number one. Number two, I think that with my image and likeness, I'm going to make this if I'm playing. And if you're going to tell me I can't play, then I'm suing you for the money that I'm going to make, because that's essentially what they are.
Now you're
It's
a professional
job.
athlete.
Exactly. And so that's the and then the NCAA can't go back and forth and fight with them, because
if the NCAA really wanted to go about it, they can really just see the NIL. I knew off rip it was never a good thing. Number one, because NAI never got no money. That's the problem right there. NAI guys never got no money, bro. We were the real dogs, bro.
Yeah.
Division I guys can't do what NAI guys do. I'm telling you, bro. Let them know. But it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough when you think about it, because really and truly, now, like, the NCAA, what used to be for getting guys to the professional level, is now you have to cater to a bunch of brats and professional athletes. That's really what it is. You can't just, because the truth is, if you're want to sue me for money that you're going to make, it seems you're doing something a professional would do if you're saying they're basically defaming your name and likeness, to be honest. But we're just going to sit here. They have to take it, because now they give the people power and money. Yep. So now the NCAA kind of just screwed themselves, letting the
I can't wait
jersey sales money go.
until colleges go to deferments.
Oh boy. And like how the NCAA, that's why, like, they're expanding the NCAA basketball tournament again. They're expanding it another 8 teams, and like the
why not? Why don't we just do all the teams?
You're right. At this point, but like a lot of first people, the defenders of this are like, well, this is going to give great opportunities to these other teams. And it's like, no, it's not. Like your 16, 15, all those seeds now become the 18 and 12 SEC team, or the 16, 15 with a nice rating in the net Big Ten team, right? Like, it's not going to give more opportunities to the lower conference. Like, Missouri Valley is still going to be a 1-bid league. American Conference still going to be a 1-bid league.
Mhm.
Like all these smaller conferences still going to be one bid league unless another team in those conferences goes like crazy. Because like the WAC would get like 2 teams in because Gonzaga would always win it, and then St. Mary's would always be really, really good. Like they would get like 2 teams in it, but other than that, every other conference is okay. Whoever the conference champion is of the tournament's in, and so like that's just more money chasing for the NCAA because they don't get any money anymore. So
Right.
obviously, like off the college football playoff, they don't get any money out of that because it's separate from the NCAA because that it's got its own committee. It's funded by the conferences and ESPN.
Nationwide.
Yeah, well, and all the
Is on
sponsors.
yours.
All
as well.
the crazy
But yeah, like
sponsors. yeah.
the NCAA has like no, and then they're not slapping fines on every single program like they used to. And
You know where
So-
the NCAA is making money on their logo? Like seriously, because how many bowl games do you have? Oh, you want to put my logo on there? You're going to pay me.
well, sure. I mean,
But-
a little
but
bit
really-
of that money comes in there, but like
But they're
that's why they can't do these. They can't like do these knockdown, drag it out lawsuits, antitrust lawsuits, because Diego Pavio bring up, well, this is what I'm worth, and you're not allowing me to make what I'm worth, and it's this hypothetical number that you can go off past numbers, but they're also how much of the NIL is off the books that they don't really want to bring all of that to light because that's what college football is now is the wild and college basketball, men's basketball is the Wild West is where like you have the free agency every year without any contracts, regulations, CBA negotiations. Like that's the next step is to either make these athletes like employees of the university and make sure they have a salary, benefits, all this stuff, or you have the players come together, all the college football players come together, make a players association and have like
You wanna-
CBA
you wanna start-
negotiations
you want to start
with
working
the
on that?
conferences.
We
No,
can start working on the
that's
NCAA
The
Players
crossroads.
Association.
Like
And that's where it has to
literally
go.
where
These
it's
players
at.
have to pay
Because-
in to be a part of the
But
union.
who gets screwed the most in all of this?
Iowa. Oh,
Well, yeah, yes, absolutely, completely
My
right.
computer's not charging.
No.
It says
But-
not charging.
It's gonna fall
Mine
asleep.
is.
Is what it says.
Sucks to be you. But
Give me my charger back.
way to derail that.
It's not going to work.
Keep it alive.
Sean, is yours
Charging.
charging?
We're doing all right. I mean, we're at half battery now, so it's keeping it longer. Would.
yeah, mine isn't moving in the other direction either. But
But it's keeping it.
That's
keeping
crazy.
Keeping it up. Otherwise, we're 45 minutes in, so it would be almost dead by now if it wasn't plugged in. So
I just don't understand.
it's these cameras, man. The Ozbot is taking all the power.
Well, maybe so. Maybe so.
That's why the NCAA doesn't want to fight these antitrust
'Cause of
lawsuits
Ozbots?
because they don't have because they don't have the money they used to, and they don't have the power they used to shut any of these things down and have all these
They're
knockdown,
staring at a giant.
drag it out because they got to
Yeah.
deal with all the different freaking
Yeah.
waivers coming in every single
Yep.
month to transfer to another school.
Yeah.
so-
Their only option is to put a blanket rule that with the 5-5 is a start towards that, but then you got to put some sort of handcuffs on the rest of it. But the problem with it is now you put something like that on them, some of these conferences might just say no. We're no longer a part of the NCAA. We're just going to do our own thing. And if kids want to come to these schools and play here, they're big enough organizations that they can just do their own things. And that's going to be the challenge there is, you're looking at like a PGA and live situation. You're looking at like where this split might happen, where all of these conferences are going to just start to govern their own stuff. And then players are going to have an opportunity to choose where do I want to go? What do I want to do? Do I want to go to the Big Ten that runs it like this? Do I want to go to the SEC that runs it like this? Where are my options to go to these places? Because the NCAA, effectively, if they don't get control of it here relatively soon, the money is going to control it.
The NCAA will never have control of it ever.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It has, and that's why it's.
Well,
gone.
that's what I'm saying. Though the
Well,
only
that's why
way
it's
that
gone
they
to
can
Congress.
is,
That's why it's gone
Yeah.
to Congress because they're really the only sweeping governmental body now because that's what the NCAA was, and they have zero power anymore. So
that's why.
Yeah, and like what our guy
Nate.
said. Yeah, Nate.
Oh,
Nate
said he thinks it's good that the Big Ten put their foot down.
But I think that's a PR move. I think the Big Ten has taken the white knight rule, the moral high ground over the SEC, because everybody hates the SEC. And I mean, and SEC still says they're the best conference, even though Big Ten has won the last 3 national championships in football, and they won in basketball last year too. But,
Hold on. All right, let's start this then. So you're trying to tell me, yes, last 2 years, last basketball, you're trying to tell me that SEC is not the best college sports division, whatever you call it.
I mean, they're the best in baseball.
Top to bottom, all sports, all athletes.
Big 12's the best in basketball.
Yeah.
Big 12 won the last time. Big 12 won a natty.
In basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Basketball? Kansas.
What is that, 22?
22, 23, something like that.
Something like that, yeah, you're right.
But I don't think we put it all on that national championships. I mean, UConn won it, and tell me the Big East is the best basketball conference.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like, but when
you caught some dogs.
But like you look at college football, and there's been one conference who's won the last 3, and it's 3 different schools from that conference. It's not like Alabama, who was ripping through, and then Georgia, who was ripping through, being one dynasty to one dynasty. You know, it's I think Big Ten has the best collection of coaches right now and running programs.
They have the big
football.
They have the big collection of money.
And I mean, so does the SEC. Though.
That's what it comes down to.
Like, so does the SEC, but it's also what you do with the money.
Yeah, for sure.
Is LSU, even though they like talent-wise on their roster because they threw a ton of money around, gonna go win a natty this year? Maybe, but I don't think so. Lane Kiffin, I mean, he always has great offense, but it's like now that like they had a really good team. Ole Miss had a really good team last year. Pete Golding was the defensive coordinator. Pete Golding was also the defensive coordinator for Nick Saban. And now Pete Golding stayed at Ole Miss. So, I mean, we'll see how that goes for Lane Kiffin there.
Players got to play.
Yeah, it's how you spend your money. Like, Indiana brought up, first of all, a bunch of James Madison guys came with Signetti. And then they also got guys transferring up instead of across. Mm-hmm. So, like, going to those MAC schools, the Mountain West schools, the formerly Pac-12 schools, you know, it's maybe some ACC, Big 12, and then a few across, some JUCO guys who would transfer up and who have dominated at this level and are coming up and are hungry to prove themselves at the next level. And you know, Ohio State just recruits like crazy every single year. Like they always have a top 2 or 3 recruiting class and always have 2 or 3 studs at wide receiver and usually have a really good quarterback. And then they also fill the gaps with transfers every year. And I think the depth, like you could say, like between the SEC and the Big Ten in football, SEC obviously has more depth in the conference, top to bottom, because Big Ten is top heavy because you have like Rutgers and Maryland and just Nebraska at the bottom, you know, Northwestern. Like
you had to throw that in.
Oh, I had to. Yeah. Screw those guys. But you know, I think. If you go like head-to-head wise, which this doesn't tell the whole story because bowl games are basically exhibitions now because there's so many people
this one isn't charging
who opt out. But like head-to-head the last few years, like Big Ten to SEC, Big Ten's been holding that over them. But I think SEC is living in the past a little bit, which is fair. They got a leg to stand on there, but I don't think SEC is the best a conference overall, other than maybe a baseball.
I have to say it's pretty divided, to be honest. I can't even lie when it comes to the conference thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing, Sheldon. Yeah.
Let's close this down so I can die.
Yeah, 100%.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Real quick prayer?
No, I'm going to drag it out a little bit so the computer dies.
I'm down with that.
Lord, thank you for this day and thank you for waking us up, getting us moving again and giving us an opportunity to have impact on people. And I pray that, you know, our strong opinions at the end of the day, most of all, our values come shaped by you. and that we can regulate our words through your Spirit, Lord, and not try to chase our own will, but chase you after your will, Lord. In your glorious name I pray, Jesus. Amen.
Amen. Well, that's it for episode 66 because our computers are dying. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.